Okay, so now this is going to be the final part before we go into our Q&A, which is going to be very interesting. Again, I am aware of some of the technical issues. I hope this works well later on. It's something that I call B.O.D. And this is exactly how I found my passion when I was younger, pursuing what I'm doing right now. So what is B.O.D. about? B.O.D. is what I call the board of dreamers. So think about this. We always have board of directors at a company level, which are people who gives you direction and vision and motivation, right? What about in life? If we could also have a few people which kind of acts like our board of director in our life, which I call board of dreamers, what kind of advice would they give you right now, considering what you're doing? Would they say, hey, what you're doing is great, keep on doing it? Or would they say, hey, this is wasting your time, Gary, go and do something else? Hey, Gary, I feel like you have the talent, you should be doing that. Whatever that is, if we're able to get ourselves into that dreamer's perspective, we would understand something from our heart, which we never thought about before. So who could qualify to become a board of dreamer? Three things. One thing, someone who has your full respect. Okay, you just respect them a lot. Someone who you aspire to become. So if tomorrow you're going to become that person in your board of dreamers, would you be very happy? Would you be satisfied? If yes, then chances are, yes, that would be someone that is suitable. Final thing, someone who you could fully trust. Again, without a doubt, whatever advice that they would give you, you would just trust just because you have so much respect and admiration for this person. So take some time. Who would be your board of dreamers? When you're thinking about this, someone who fulfills these three criteria, let me review to you who are my board of dreamers. First person. No surprise, Steve Jobs. Because this board of dreamers is not someone that you really need to talk to for a coffee chat. It's just someone who could be in your heart and tell you something. Okay, because we are kind of connected with different spirits anyway. And if we're really willing to listen, you could. When I was doing this exercise, honestly, Steve Jobs had already passed away. But there was one night I was doing this visualization exercise, which I would do with you very soon. I was asking Steve, okay, now I'm working at Apple. I'm really proud of your company. Should I stay here? Guess what Steve Jobs told me? He said, Gary, don't stay here. This is my company. You go do your own thing. If you want to be proud, start your own Apple. Not here. This is my thing. Go create your own thing. That was something I never expected because this is something from my heart, not something I could rationally think about. But that advice was really critical because at that time, I felt like Apple was already my dream company. But now, because I really listened to my heart and then I heard something different, so that guided a lot of different things in terms of my future path. Second person. Some of you might know him, Tony Robbins. I think the most famous and most well-respected motivational speaker in the world. Some of my friends who have heard me speak before, this is actually my target. My aspirations is hopefully to become someone like Tony Robbins here in Asia. Okay, that is very, very long ago, but that is going to be my aspirations. And I remember when I was doing that exercise, again, we're going to go through that very soon, is I was asking Tony, I said, Tony, what do you think about what I'm doing right now? So Tony said, Gary, I was waiting you for start this business for a long time. Now you're following your passion. You have the talent in it. This is exactly what you should do. And I would do the same thing if I were at your age. Keep working on it. Keep focusing on contributing to people, working hard, make people happy, make yourself happy. Guess what? 10 years later, I might meet you at the same stage. That's huge, right? So why did I hear this? I cannot explain. This is something that came from our heart. And a lot of times, because during evenings, I always do these kind of visualization exercise. I always see or picture myself one day really sharing the stage with Tony, which is an outrageous dream. But if someday that's going to happen, I'm going to tell you, because that is really all coming from listening to my heart. Final person. I don't know if you know him. I'm sure not in person. Jake Sully from the movie Avatar. I can't tell you how much I love the movie Avatar. A lot of inspirations. I might kind of have a separate session just to talk about the learnings about Avatar. But for me, why do I respect this person? Because Jake is really representing courage, being bold, trying different things, and taking responsibility. So same thing. I was going through the process. I was talking to Jake and asked Jake, hey, Jake, do you think I should be opening my business and doing this? Jake said, why not? That was a conversation. Then I was, yeah, right? Life is all about the challenges. It's all about the ups and downs. Go for it, Gary. It was that encouragement that really get me started all these things. So just to kind of give you a sense, yes, it has to be someone that you fully respect, you aspire to become, and you fully trust. But it doesn't have to be a close friend. Of course, for your case, it could be a close friend. It could be your boss. It could be your parents. It might be even your children, whoever that is, but someone that you trust and could give you some great advice. And whenever, because as human beings, we have a lot of blind spots. Whenever we could kind of get these perspectives from people outside, we're going to realize something really interesting. So now here comes to the final part of my sharing, which is going to be really fun. I talked about visualization. I'm not sure if everyone did it before. What I'm going to do later on is I have prepared a music. And what you're going to do is you just need to kind of focus, close your eyes, and I want you to now do me a favor. Think about your board of dreamers first. Only 2 people. Okay, only 2 people. And later on, I would guide you through the process how we could listen to our board of dreamers. So now let me get away from this PowerPoint first. Okay, as I'm about to set this up, God bless, everyone is still hearing me. Could you type on the chat box if you could think about someone who is on your board of dreamers? Who? Who would that person be? Type it out. Okay. So while you're thinking about this, this is what's going to happen. I will brief you first at a very rational level. Then we're going to do a very interesting exercise, which is all about the feeling. So what I'm going to do is later on, I'm going to shift to another screen. I would be playing a video. I would ask you to close your eyes. That's why you need a headphone, because the music would be much better. You're going to close your eyes. I would ask you to take a deep breath, and then you would relax yourself. And when you relax, I would use my voice to guide you through a process. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Board of Dreamers number 1 and Board of Dreamers number 2 right in front of you. And the only thing you need to do is stay quiet and listen to that person. Now you might be asking me, what are they going to say? You don't need to think about that, because that comes from your heart. Like what I see right now, wow, Marshall Thurber, Sheryl Sandberg, whatever that is. Okay, whoever that person is. Just later on, Sheryl Sandberg would tell you something, would give you some good advice. You don't need to think about it. Just follow the throw, go with your instincts. You would hear something that you never expect. Okay, so Dreamer 1, then Dreamer 2. The only thing you need to know is close your eyes and listen to whatever they want to tell you. Then the final part is I would ask you to visualize if you have taken those advices from those 2 people. Who do you think you would become in 10 to 20 years' time? So for my case, obviously, I'm thinking about, I'm holding hands with Tony Robbins on the same stage. That is what I always visualize. So for your case, you might not know what you will visualize, but again, just go with your instincts, go with the flow. You might see a picture that you have never thought about before, and that is exactly how we identify our passion and purpose right here tonight. Okay, wow, Keanu Reeves. Interesting. Okay, really look forward to what he is going to tell you. So all good? You guys all good? If yes, again, I'm going to shift to that very soon. Only thing I need you to do right now is stay comfortable. If you have your earphone, definitely put on your earphone. Relax a bit. It might take me a little bit of time to kind of set this up, and just enjoy the process. And again, in this process, don't think. Don't think. Just follow your heart. Go with the flow. That is the best way to experience it. Exciting, right, Tim? Yeah. Okay, so stay tuned. Now I'm going to mute the mic first. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax.
Imagine the first person on your board of dreamers standing right in front of you. Look into this person's eyes. He or she has some great advices for you, for your life, and for your next step. This person will start to speak in the count of 3. Listen. Listen carefully. 3, 2, 1, begin. Now, the second person of your board of dreamers is standing in front of you. Look into this person's eyes. He or she also has some great advices for you. Now, in the count of 3, listen. Listen carefully. 3, 2, 1, begin. Now imagine, if you have taken all these advices, who will you become in 10 years' time? In 20 years' time? How does it feel when you're living in your dreams? See it, hear it, and feel it. Take a deep breath. Relax. Remember this moment and stay in this moment.
Uh, how was it? Did you guys see something that you never thought about? Or I think it's a pretty interesting process. So what I do is I pretty much do